Welcome. I'm Reg.
I'm Rob.
This is the show. You know I'm gonna get you this week, right? So you just get ready. Go. I got you. We're gonna change it up a little bit today. Gonna try to get through more topics. But we gotta talk about Deion.
Yes.
We always gotta talk about the NFL. And I wanted to ask you, do you think October is the best sports month of the year on the calendar? But we'll get to that at the end. So first topic, first of all, how you doing, man? You feel old?
No, man, I don't feel old. I feel well, I definitely feel older, but I don't feel old, man. I mean, yeah, you know me. Hey, I ain't decided to be an adult until about 17 years ago. So this is still new. But
Yeah.
no, it was good. It was good.
Well,
Relaxing.
you weren't born yesterday, but your birthday was yesterday. So
Yes.
happy belated birthday. So what was on the birthday festivities?
Hey, just laying around the house, man. I cooked for the girls for breakfast before they went to school.
Mm-hmm.
Grilled me some steaks for lunch. And then we went out for dinner, man, and got the gifts and everything, cards. Yeah, stuff that you would never thought would get to you. But yeah.
you had a true old man birthday. So
yeah.
It's not like the old days, but that's all right. Yeah. Hey, every birthday is precious. It's a blessing, like we said, with your mom turning 70 last week.
Mm-hmm.
So cherish it. And then what makes it special is family, of course, too. So
yeah. I let the girls know that too. It's like, hey, because y'all here, this is great. This is really great.
Yep. Because you, Kev, I won't say what, but I know Kev wasn't thinking about getting to 50.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a lot of us that think about that when we're younger anyway, but.
Yeah, but yeah, no, 40. I was like, if I see 40, then, something went wrong.
Yeah. Remember when we were growing up and they had the statistic about black males, if you get to 25, if you get to 30, I mean, that's just crazy that we lived through that. But now we live in the time where Gen Xers are saying that 30 is the new 20 and 40 is the new 30, 50 is the new 40. But we know we're just making that up, right?
Yeah. Make people feel better about themselves.
All right, man. Let me get to these topics. First of all, did you stay up to 2:30 in the morning to watch Colorado and Colorado State? Make sure Colorado didn't get beat.
Yes, I did. It kind of worked out for me. My daughter had a band competition in Louisville, so they wasn't getting back to like 2:00. So, and then they were running late, which made it better for me, which means I didn't have to miss any of the game.
There you go.
So yes, I watched the whole thing. It was just like they pulled it off.
What you think about Colorado State, man? Would you say they played dirty, or what you think?
So there's a part of me is like, yeah, that's dirty, but there's also a rivalry game, man. Like, what do you expect? Like, it really doesn't matter in rivalry games. Somebody could be heavily favored, but it's a rivalry game that the underdog is going to be up for that. They're going to be up for it, and yeah, they gave them a fight. I think that was a great test for Colorado to withstand that.
Yeah. That game probably is more impressive than TCU and Nebraska, just because you are the heavy favorite. You're not playing your best game. You lose arguably your best player. I mean, some people would say Shadur is the best player, but arguably your best player in Hunter, and you still get through it and you survive at the end. So good work by the Buffs. I want to say that my dad is officially on the Colorado bandwagon.
Is he? He's on board.
Well, Deion, man. That's so
I get it.
it's Bama and Deion. But Bama was on the hot seat if they didn't keep Milroe as QB. so Saban saved Dad's Bama fandom this week by picking Milroe. So let's talk real quick about the Black Charles Bronson. I'm talking about Jay Norville. That's what he looked like to me, the Black Charles Bronson.
That's hilarious.
I gotta say something about those comments, man, just real quick, because it hit the wrong way, man.
It did.
Talk about nobody mama, upbringing, and all that stuff just to sell a game. You know what I mean? But I think the whole thing is Deion's had to fight this his whole career, just because his style, and people just see him more as not substance, they see him more as style. But man, when you get down to it, man, Deion, the whole time
he puts in work.
He does.
He puts in work.
You can't begrudge him.
A lot of people miss that with him because you see all the style and the swag and whatnot, but no, he puts in the work.
Yeah,
he puts in the work to match it.
Yeah,
and a lot of people don't.
Yeah, that's true. So I gotta ask you, Colorado going up to Oregon, Eugene. What you think? Autzen Stadium, is that how do you pronounce it?
Yeah. So Autzen. I think they can get Oregon. I think their troubles will come against like a physical team like Utah. I think that's where their troubles would come. I mean, Colorado State showed you can rough them up,
right?
But Colorado State just didn't have the talent to pull it off. Utah has that now. Oregon, I could see Oregon just running and hiding from them too. But I think the Oregon game and like the USC game, those are games they can win because they're like mirror images as far as like you got all this talent, playmaking talent, but like that substance in the line is the matchups are, closer to even. Whereas like I think somebody like Utah is just going to give it to them down their throat, and it's like I don't care how great your DBs are, they're not going to be a factor in this game.
Right, I get you.
So they can get with Oregon. I give them a chance.
You give them a chance. All right, I'm gonna say I don't know if they get Oregon, and I'm just gonna say it's not that they don't have a chance. I don't think they're gonna get beat by 21 or more. I think that line's too big, but I just think Oregon, their program, year after year, they've played in these games, And for these Colorado players, a lot of them, it's going to be their first time in a game of this magnitude, on this stage, and then to have to go up there too. I kind of wish this one was at home and USC was on the road. Because I don't think the Coliseum is much of a home field advantage for USC.
There's no home crowd in LA,
right?
Period. Like,
but Oregon, they're definitely going to have a home crowd. They're definitely going to be hyped. It's going to be a great atmosphere there. So I wish him luck. Deion. I'm always on
national TV. It's on national TV again.
Yeah, it's the 3:30, right? It's 3:30, right? Yeah. So. On ABC. So it's going to be a great game. Shedeur Sanders continues to impress, moving up the board. So, like you said, best quarterbacks in the country this year are all out west. So, and Bo Nix is not a bad quarterback, especially college, so I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll be wrong. Real quick, let's do some rapid fire college football, these big games. Florida State, Clemson.
Florida State.
Oh, yeah. Clemson. We won't even go there. UCLA, Utah.
Utah.
Okay. I think Utah too physical. Ole Miss and death taxes in Bama.
Bama.
Right. Like if nothing's changed. Pick the road. That'll be good. A good prove it game for him too. So we'll see. Oregon State, Washington State. You know, you've been watching these teams at all?
So I watched Oregon State because the kid from Clemson's out there QBing, and it really don't look that much better. I don't know where that went wrong. He's highly touted recruit and everything, and I just don't see it. I mean, it's decent, but I don't see it.
Right.
But I'll go with Oregon State in that one. Oregon State, Washington State.
Right. I'll pick Oregon State just because Oregon State probably has more talent. Washington State's, they had the Wisconsin win, but I don't know how good Wisconsin is. Last one, the biggie. The biggie this week.
Yeah.
The Death Star goes to South Bend. What you think? Ohio State, Notre Dame. Who wins?
I'm going with Ohio State, but it's more of a I hope than I really think. It's more I hope.
Right.
It's just because I don't want to hear the Notre Dame talk.
Yeah.
I really don't want to hear it.
It definitely will start up if they win this one.
Yes, it will. And we won't hear the end of it until. But do they got Florida State on the schedule this year?
They got some ACC teams. I'm not sure. They got Duke, which is interesting this year. Yeah. But I'm not sure Notre Dame's schedule. I would say, I'm going to pick Ohio State. Just because. And the one thing about Ryan Day, I know he gets a lot of flack, but normally there's a stretch in the season where they look pretty invincible. Notre Dame almost beat them last year, though.
Yeah,
but it was earlier, though. I think the fact that this is week 4 helps Ohio State. So, been impressed with Notre Dame, though. I think the quarterback from Wake Forest. He's proven that. That was
better
a good
than
thing.
What they've had,
and that makes them dangerous because if he doesn't turn the ball over, they could do it. But I'm going to pick Ohio State. So, and I don't have a change in my top 6. I'm still going Georgia and Michigan and Florida State. And my 4th is USC, Texas, Ohio State. Washington is really 6B, not 6.
That's who I'm watching and rooting for subconsciously. Like, man, come on, man, come on, Penix, do it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. The Pac-12 is brutal this year. It is.
Yeah.
Colorado doesn't have to play Washington, but imagine the teams that have to play Washington, Oregon State, UCLA, USC.
Yeah.
That's a gauntlet this year.
Yeah.
And we say Utah. So, all right. Well, that's enough college football. Now, I got to make the reveal real quick, just in case. I usually wear my little Marvel or my Justice League shirts, but what happened, bro? Why you do that? Why you even think that the Texans had a chance against them Indianapolis Colts?
Man, that's about the best chance they're gonna get, man. That's about the best chance they're gonna get.
Stroud looked good though. Unfortunately, I don't think Stroud's gonna hold up, man. You can't get sacked 6 times a game and make it through the season. That's not happening. But he looked good. The defense was surprisingly not impressive. I know he's building something, but my man Will Anderson, you wouldn't even know he was there.
Yeah. So. I didn't put the clicker on there to watch that.
Well, it's kind of standard fare in this house, but we jumped out 14, just like I texted you, it was a perfect start, 14-0, and so that's the way to go. But as we know, as we saw in other games, 14-0 means nothing. You know, Arizona was up 28-7, they lost. Denver was up 21-3, they lost. You know, the NFL, it's every possession. So I got to ask you about these 2-0 teams, this 9 2-0 teams, Baltimore, Miami, Dallas, Philly. Big news out of Dallas, though. Did you hear?
Yeah. Diggs.
Yeah, that's a rough one.
Yeah.
I mean, they had Diggs and Gilmore, that pass rush, that made that nasty. Losing Diggs, that's going to be big. Philly, Washington, Atlanta, Tampa, New Orleans, San Francisco. Out of the 2-0 teams, I don't think I have to guess which one you're going to say. Who's the biggest pretender?
No, so the answer would be Atlanta, but Tampa Bay's on this list. and I'm actually like torn because Tampa Bay still has pieces.
They do.
Yeah. Mayfield's your quarterback. There's your pretender.
Okay. You going with Tampa.
Yeah, I'm going with Tampa out of that list.
The Humans got Miami off to a good start for the second straight year.
Yes. I've already told you. Matt Nagy had a great start too.
He sure did.
Matt Nagy didn't have Tua
or Tyreek and Jalen.
Yeah, or any of those other ridiculous weapons,
super weapons,
speed. Yeah.
I look at this list. I mean, I'm gonna say it. I don't like to say it, but it's kind of Washington. I mean, if you look at, I think Washington's gonna be good, and they might end up with a better record than Tampa and Atlanta. They might, but the 2 wins that they have, the Arizona win wasn't very impressive. The Denver win, they almost gave it away. Did you see the Hail Mary at the end of the game?
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, wait, really? Did that just happen?
Yeah. So I think Washington's probably coming down to earth. And plus they got to play Philly twice and they got to play Dallas twice. So
hey man, but ain't they putting up like 30 points a game though?
Yeah, you know, there's a guy there that I guess he wasn't calling plays in Kansas City, but now he's calling plays in Washington, and now all of a sudden he's a legit coordinator, huh?
Yeah, and they putting up 30 points a game. It's like
with Sam Howell, by the way.
Yeah.
So we'll see. They got, you know, if they put 30 up on Buffalo, then we can talk.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true.
So they got them at home. We'll talk there. But okay, 0-2. 0-2. Which 0-2 team, I switched this one, is a lock to make the playoffs? A lock. New England, Cincinnati, Houston, Denver, LA Chargers, Minnesota, Chicago, Carolina, Arizona.
I'm going Cincinnati.
I know, man, but Cincinnati might be in trouble if Burrow is not healthy.
Yeah. If he's not healthy, then that changes the equation. But as of right now, I'm going Cincy.
Okay.
Out of that list.
Yeah, you look at that list. I think you got a lot of teams that's not gonna sniff it. I mean, Chargers.
Yeah, don't get me started.
Yeah, I don't like to talk about coaches, but yeah,
that part.
I think there might be a need for change in LA, but I would say out of that list, I have to pick Minnesota because I picked Minnesota to finish first in the NFC North. So I'm going to pick Minnesota. Minnesota's not that far off, but this is the fickle nature of the NFL. This is what we try to tell people, okay? Like last year means nothing. Last year they went, 11 or 12-0 in
11 games by one score.
And then this year, they lost 2 games by 1 score. So they're 0-2 this year in 1-score games. And they've lost their last 3 straight in 1-score games. So.
But we know that those trends you don't do those back-to-back years.
You don't.
That doesn't happen.
Yep.
So, you're going to fall back to the median.
Exactly.
So, I mean, They could still make the playoffs, but
I think they can make the playoffs just based on their division. I mean, you got a good chance. You can get 2 wins from. Sorry, KK, you can get 2 wins from the Bears. Justin Fields. They done messed up my man Justin Fields, man.
Hey, man. I purposely turn on the Chicago sports radio on Mondays to hear the whining, boy.
Yeah.
Man.
He's back. You know what? Here's the thing. You know, Dan Orlovsky does his thing, and he showed the video of Fields missing the guy in the post.
Yeah, wide open, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. You got to make that pass. I don't know what you're looking at if you can't, if you don't do that one.
Yeah, and you got 3 receivers over there. Like,
right.
How do you miss that one? Like, it's obvious you're looking over that way first because that's where the majority of the people are.
Right.
And yeah, man. I ain't watched the game, but man, that was seeing that highlight, it's like, ooh, that's kind of blatant.
That's glaring. That's glaring. Yeah. I mean, there were 2 guys he could have hit, but the guy that he missed that was wide open. I mean, it was a touchdown. You can't miss that.
Yeah, no, not at this level.
And then the 2 screens in a row, which I am pretty sure that somewhere in NFL history, some team has run 2 screens in a row. They probably didn't run it from the same exact formation back to back plays.
And hey man, it's the Bears. It's the Bears.
It's the bad news Bears.
Yeah,
evidently.
I lived in that region long enough to know, man. It's like, good luck. Good luck.
I'll tell you the other thing. The 12 straight losses and giving up 25 in those 12 straight games. I mean, gosh, how it's like every time you think it's hit rock bottom, it gets even lower.
It's a new low. But wait, we can go deeper.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. The Bears, no hope. I'm glad I'm not a Bears fan. And that's coming from a Colts fan that endured 4-12-1 last year. So, real quick, let's talk some picks. You're the president of the Brock Purdy fan club. I know you want to get off this call real quick so you can make sure you see the Niners and the Giants. There's no doubt we're picking the Niners. But do they cover the 10.5?
Yeah.
You didn't hesitate. 10.5.
We're talking about we are talking about the Giants without Barkley.
The Giants without Barkley. The Giants without their left tackle. The Giants with Daniel Jones.
Okay. Yeah. Sign me up for
the Niners defense. So do the Niners, I guess a prop bet would be Niners defense scoring tonight?
Probably. I'd be willing to put a little bit of change on that.
Put a nickel on it.
I'll probably put more than a nickel, but it's pick 6, fumble recovery, like like the old sack fumble.
Yep, sack fumble. That's what I'm thinking.
Those things, all of those have to me, better than 50% chance of happening.
Well, we'll see. So now we got a little suspense to the game, right? Niners gonna win. I think Niners at home. Your 10-win bet is not looking good.
No.
It's about to be 3-0.
No, but I will stand on, like, at the end of the day in February, they're not gonna be there.
Here's the thing. Purdy still hasn't been put in that situation yet.
No, and you know that, and credit Shanahan, and the team is built like perfect. It can work. Like, just by default, you're going to get some wins. You're a ball control team with a great defense. If you give your great defense rest, they're going to play with venom and Yeah, so it's like
and they can run the ball, like you said, ball control.
Yes, they run the ball. So
Mm-hmm.
by default, it's going to be you'll have a competitive team.
Yeah.
I mean, defense travels, run games travel.
Right.
However, when we get to the playoffs, no, there's going to be somebody who's going to be like, "Oh yeah, all right,
yeah,
we're pressing these dudes on the line.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to dare you to throw.
Yeah,
You're going to see like 8 in the box.
Yeah.
All right, throw it if you want to.
Well,
and we'll see what happens.
We will see. Brock Purdy. I got to talk about your Steelers, man. They made me sweat my one and done, man. I got 2-0, but it took 2 defensive scores to do that.
I told you, man. I feel like that lady on the first Matrix, though. That not like this, not like this. Hey, man. Blame Canada. That's all.
Fire Canada. I didn't hear the chance because I had the sound down.
Hey, man. It's bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad. The play calling, you're just like, why are we calling that?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that the play call? You know, I was. It seemed like Harris was running with a little more enthusiasm, a little more oomph in his step, and
running like he's got somebody that could take his job behind him.
Yeah, there's a few of us got bets on when that's gonna happen. We got our board, but I mean that. But yeah, man, it doesn't look. It's not looking good, and can it be fixed? Yeah, and the way we're built right now, we need to be ahead. If we're ahead, then our defense goes from good to really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you can't run the ball on us, and we can't stop the run. We haven't. Can
the Steelers run? Do you have a run game?
No, we do not. Mm-hmm. No, not yet. Mm-hmm. Not yet. Not until there's a change.
Well, let me ask you real quick. I know I'm gonna let you go talking about it, but you got Vegas this week, and Tomlin and the Raiders, and especially it used to be the black hole, but Vegas might be a little different mojo. What you think?
The energy out in Vegas for Raiders, man, it's something. It's something. I mean, it ain't the same as Oakland, but it's still a higher level energy than most places. With that being said, I'm not really concerned about any team coached by Josh McDaniels.
I'm gonna make sure. I gotta send a message to Beach on that one.
Yeah, I mean, granted, he's beat us in the playoffs with Tim Tebow, but I'm not concerned about any Josh Daniels coach team. I mean, if anything, they'll find a way to help us win the game.
Well, that's the Sunday nighter. That's the Sunday night. Do you have any games that you're looking forward to this week? And then what's the game where you say you're 0-2 and you're 1 and done? So
I know, man. It's bad.
You gotta get a win.
Yeah, like my money's been gone. Like,
yeah.
I haven't really, because I will be at a game on Sunday. So yeah, it's not like I'm gonna be channel surfing.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'll be able to watch my Steelers Sunday night, but I'll be taking in Packers Saints.
All right. You think the Pack win that?
Yeah. Derek Carr isn't the answer.
Yeah,
man.
The offense does not look good.
Yeah, Derek Carr is not the answer. That I don't even know why New Orleans went there. You could have left that alone and just roll with Jameis and spend that money.
Free Jameis. Yep.
Yes. Jets. Call New Orleans.
Free Jameis.
Call New Orleans. I'm sure you have the number.
Yeah, I'm sure they made a couple calls this week. What do you think?
I hope so.
Well, the players were very supportive of Zach Wilson. At least Garrett was.
Because they have no choice.
They don't even have Mike White to bail him out this year.
Yeah, where did Mike White go? Where
the
did he end?
Dolphins. He's Tua's backup.
Oh, okay.
Is it? Yeah, I think he's Tua's backup. Yeah,
they need to make a phone call. Like, oh man, come on back. My bad. Like,
come back home.
Yeah.
Well, I have never been to a game in Green Bay. That's definitely on the list to make sure I do. I would say the Pack's gonna win that. My one and done this week, and then I'll let you think about yours. But mine for sure is I'm gonna go ahead and burn the Chiefs this week. I've been bad talking the Bears. I feel pretty confident I can get the 3-0 Chiefs over Bears. What you think?
That's what you taking?
I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm burning them up this early.
Man.
I thought about Philly and Tampa, but I didn't want to burn Philly this early.
Yeah, like who's Arizona playing? That might be my default. Like
the Cowboys are going to the desert this week.
Dang, do I want to waste that on that? No, here you go. Nice? Here you go. I'm gonna use New England this week.
Ooh.
New England and the Jets.
New England and the Jets.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
We use New England.
Okay.
I think we might catch Zach Wilson on film saying he sees ghosts out there. Like Arnold.
Well, at first I kind of thought we had a Reg and Rob Show curse going. I tweeted that out on Saturday, especially when Georgia was down early. And then I put the curse on Bama. We put the curse on KC, lost the first week. I don't know. I don't think I can curse. I don't think there's enough bad juju to curse Kansas City against the Bears. Especially with Kelsey and Chris Jones. I think it's going to be a big day, so I'm happy. I'm interested in your game. That New England Jets game will be.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, it's kind of bad because the Jets D is there.
Mm-hmm.
That's there, man. With Sauce and Reed, man. Yep. Yeah, that's a shame. That's about to be wasted.
Yeah, but that's what happens when you trust day old bread, right?
Yeah. There's that.
All right. Let's skip to first, you got anything else? You got anything on your mind this week before we go to the October?
Oh, no, man. I ain't gonna say no, but I'm just it's football. I'm getting in. I'm glad Seattle finally showed up. It was a week late, but
we said that. Where was this Seattle?
I have no idea. Like, really? It's like, so you show up for Detroit, but not the Rams. Like,
they've scored 85 points against the Lions in the last 2 years, by the way.
Yeah, lights out. But yeah, it was good to see them get back on the right track.
Gino didn't get caught on a mic saying, "Oh my God," as a lineman was chasing him. So he looked much better this week. He did answer the doubters this week, but it was a positive answer, I think.
Yes. But no, man, just happy football's here. I mean, college and pro.
Yeah, this is a great time of year, as I'm gonna kind of broach that subject. The only other thing that this is off the wall, but Giannis is making some noise that is he putting pressure on the Bucks to go get somebody? What he's usually been the company man. Hey, I'm here. I'm a Buck for life. And
he ain't. Well, a lot of people seem to forget. Like when Kid got fired, he was ready to bounce.
Okay,
and Kid was like, "Just stay put, man. Keep growing, and you'll reap." And they got a championship out of it. But I remember when Kid left, he was like, "Man, I want out."
Yeah. Well,
but this, I don't like hearing all this stuff. It's like, dude, you've shown that like you can carry your squad, and it don't matter where it's at. Don't be like everybody else.
yeah.
Don't do that.
Giannis was like our last hope, you know. It's
Yeah.
like, but it sounds like I'm like, who do you think you are, James Harden? James Harden, you Lillard? What's going on?
Yeah, dude. Like, man, I don't like what I'm hearing. I mean, of course, none of us knows what's going on behind the scenes or whatnot.
Yeah.
But no, you all are still a threat. I mean,
Especially in the East.
Y'all been battling injuries or whatnot, but you guys are still a threat. Like, what is you talking about?
The only thing I can think of is this his way to make sure they sign or keep Drew Holiday or, Middleton? Don't let guys like that go. No fire sale. And then also, this is the first year without Bud, right?
Yep.
So that might be that might be it too. Is like, hey, I've known Bud since the kid firing, and I kind of know what we are. Now there's some uncertainty. Maybe he's just kind of anxious. So
yeah, I hope he gets over it, because it's like, I'm tired of that whole thing. Like,
the whole NBA.
And I get it. You got the right to do that, and NBA players have way more pull than NFL players when it comes to being dealt.
Yeah,
and being dealt to where
true.
they want to go. Like, no, I want to be traded, and I want to go there.
Right.
Find a way to make it work.
Make it happen.
Yeah, and it happens.
Yeah.
But I really hate like just that whole thing. It's like, be bad enough to where it's like, no, I'll take whoever, and I'm going to win.
Yeah, the old Jimmy Butler. That's what it is. But yeah, it's interesting. And then that made me think of Jaylen Brown's contract, but I don't think I'm going to even talk about that, because I know you had to. I guess Boston felt like they had to do it, but that's a lot of money for a guy averaging 18 and might not be able to dribble with his left hand.
So yeah, when do you? So I wonder in their mind what they feel like the franchise player is worth.
I mean, they got it. Tatum's gonna make more money than that.
Yeah, Tatum has to. But where's that number?
Do you think?
I mean, well, they got it capped off, so it's like you're only gonna get so much. But
yeah, do you think? Break that up. You think Tatum and Brown can win a championship? I mean, they were in the finals.
Excuse me. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I think they can.
So you don't break it up?
No, I think they can. I think what's been going on is like Tatum would go on that run, and you'd be like, all right, he's ready, and he'll get worn out.
Yeah.
And then at that point, Brown is disinterested, and he don't pick up.
Well,
but at some point, it's going to click with both of them. Like, excuse me, like Tatum ain't gonna have to do it every night.
Yeah.
And they'll learn, like, all right, this is your night. You handle this, I'll do this.
Learn how to play off each other better.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna miss Smart though.
Yeah, I do too.
Smart's in Memphis. So I think they're gonna miss that. But all right, man. Let's the question of the night, October. What you think? October is a very good month for sports. I mean, it's one of the few months of the year where football, basketball, baseball, and hockey all are going on at the same time. So I put the question out there: is October the best sports month on the calendar?
You know what? Probably about not even 5 years ago, I would have told you yes, like without a doubt. But the truth of the matter is, like, I don't really pay attention to the NBA till All-Star break anymore. No, it was serious. It's just like, oh, basketball's on.
Mm-hmm.
Who's playing on Sunday? Or when you get into October, it's the big games on Saturday.
Right.
Yeah, the games that, like, all right, they lose, they out of the playoffs.
Right.
College. Yeah, I don't pay attention to NBA.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll pay attention to hockey, but usually, the last few years, my Red Wings been in this like 6-7 year rebuild.
Yeah.
But it looks promising. It's getting there. It's getting there. But so like I'll pay attention at the beginning of the year, and I'll usually be able to pick up like, all right, this is gonna be all right. But last few years been like, this is gonna be another rough one.
Right.
and I'm done with that after the first couple of weeks until the playoffs. So yeah, I mean, this it's still great. It's great for the sports fan. Like, I don't go through drought. I won't have to go through droughts. There's always something on TV.
Yes. It's not July.
Yeah. I can catch an NBA game. I can catch a college hoop game. Catch me some NHL. Yeah. Still got Major League playoffs at the beginning of the month.
That's going to be the big thing. Well, now Major League playoffs goes in November. So
I know.
The World Series won't finish till November.
That's absurd, man. That's just nuts.
Yep,
man.
Longest season because they started in March, now in November.
But yeah. So I mean, I guess it is. I still get like really excited. March Madness.
Yep.
That, that's basically the only thing going. I mean, you got NBA and hockey still, but like that March Madness,
it's nothing like March Madness.
Yeah, man. Especially that first weekend. It's just like, man,
who's gonna get upset?
Yeah,
who's gonna move on?
So I would probably say now I prefer March to October, but I mean, at one time and then not too past. Yeah, October. Yeah, it was just great. It's, of course, when I was a bachelor, all the TVs were on and it was sports on everything.
Right.
And now I just got one TV.
One TV. What's interesting to me is with October, I mean, the NFL's got their thing now, Monday, Thursday, Sunday. We got 3 days of the week. NBA is going to, the great thing about NBA in October is you're going to get marquee matchups early, and the guys are relatively healthy. They're not doing that load management. LA is not going to rest LeBron on the ring ceremony night in Denver. I mean, you're going to get all the best players. And there's a lot of good matchups really early. So, and then the baseball playoffs, that's every night pretty much. I mean, there might be a night where there's no game, but that's only if there's a quick series somewhere. So, and that, it's always playoff baseball is exciting. I mean, it is. The tension with each pitch, it's really, really good. And then, of course, if you like hockey, you're going to have some hockey on too. The only month that I could think that to compare, I mean, I love March, but I think if you go one more month, April, you got the Final Four weekend. So that takes care of that first weekend. You got the Masters that picks up even people that don't watch golf regularly, take a peek at the Masters every once in a while. You got the draft, which is crazy that the NFL draft is like building it. I mean, the NFL draft, they take up 4 days during the NBA playoffs and the NHL playoffs, and they don't care because our draft is more important than your playoff game. And then you got literal NBA playoff and hockey playoffs. So I think April could probably rival it a little bit.
Yeah.
But I am excited because we're not in April now. We're late September, so
October's around the corner.
getting ready for the fall swing of sports, and sports always makes the end of the year go quickly. I mean, it'll be Christmas before you know
it.
it.
Yeah, I know, man. It's like,
well, first it'll be Thanksgiving, and then that's when you're sitting at the dinner table watching the football on Thanksgiving, you're like, wait a minute, this year is about to be over. And the next thing you know is, and the NFL, they're bullies, man. They took Christmas this year too. They got 3 games on Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
They used to let the NBA have Christmas, but now they 3 games. So we'll see. But I just thought that'd be an interesting thing to think about.
Yeah, yeah. No, it'll be good. But like I said, man, like, yeah, NBA almost lost me. I
gotta get you back on the NBA, man. I gotta get you back on the NBA.
I went to a game. No, that wasn't last year. It was the year before. I went to a game up in Milwaukee. So it's like, I mean, but yeah, man, I don't know. It's I'm losing it. Losing it.
I like the NBA, and I've probably seen football now. I mean, I've seen a lot of legendary people, but NBA I've been fortunate enough to see. Saw Giannis, saw the Golden State Durant team, in person. Those kind of things. I saw the young Pistons last year, but that's going to be different this year. Still going to be young, but
yeah, it's going to be different.
And I saw those young Pacers too, and I like the way the Pacers play. I don't know how. Are they going to win 40 games? Can they sneak into the East playoffs this year?
Yeah, they trying to get rid of Buddy, man.
I saw that. No more Buddy ball.
Yeah.
But they got Halliburton. Halliburton is the real deal. And then they got Bruce Brown, and they're excited about that.
NBA champion Bruce Brown.
That's true. That's true. For the rest of his life, NBA champion Bruce Brown.
Yes.
Another free agent pickup. I know they picked somebody else up.
I don't know. I see stuff come by, and I'm just like, oh.
But Bruce Brown was the big one. Don't get me started on NBA free agency. I mean, if you're mad that Daniel Jones got 160 extension,
but the NBA money's been crazy anyway.
Monopoly money
since John Concact, man.
Since Mozgov got his big deal with LA.
Timothy.
Yeah,
with an F.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, man. I think that's probably it for tonight, man. You got anything else?
All right. No. I'll let you know how Green Bay was.
Yeah, definitely let me know, because like I said, I gotta catch a game here.
This will be my third time up there. It'll be my third time. This will be my first time. It'll be my first time in decent weather, though.
The
other 2 were in December. It was true Packer weather.
Oh, yeah. No. I'm not doing frozen tundra. No.
Actually, Reg, you need to. You need to.
I can't do it.
You absolutely need to, man. Like true essence. Like, Lambeau Field, frozen tundra, the whole bit, the whole crowd. That last game we went to, those were all diehard fans there. That's not for the old fair weather fan who's like, oh, I went to a game at Lambeau and I got it off my bucket list. Like, no, do the December one. And it just so happened that we had the snowstorm and it was cold. And my Steelers was there. It's just like,
Did the Steelers win though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they
won.
You got everything.
They won. I remember it. They won, and it put the Packers like playoff hopes in jeopardy. But then the Bears went out Sunday night and got killed by Philly.
Okay.
So it put the Packers right back. It was like, all right, no harm, no foul. I win. Y'all all right. We good.
And then I guess I got to ask one more thing. Do you talk crazy to your mother when the Steelers beat the Packers?
So Yes, but being that they beat us in the Super Bowl, like I've not been able to live that one down.
Yeah, she got
like,
the big joker then.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, you talk, but we all know what's going on here. Like, so I haven't been able to live that one down. That Super Bowl party was, that was real bittersweet. It was like, cool, we all here.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't believe this is happening.
Y'all kind of had the Kelsey thing going, the household, the Harbaughs.
Yeah.
The household war. And one person's gonna be happy and one person's gonna be mad because you lost.
I'm trying to decide what jersey I'm wearing to the game.
You gotta wear a Reggie White jersey. What is this?
I'm not. No, hold on. I'm not going to pretend now. I will let my allegiance be known, and that's gonna be that. Like, but like, so all of us, like, I'll have on the Steelers. Of course, Mom will have on their Packers.
Yeah.
Nitra's wearing a Jags jersey.
Mm-hmm.
And then
does she have a Lawrence jersey yet?
No, not yet. I told her, I was like, what are you waiting on? Yeah,
she got the old Fred Taylor then, probably. Maurice Jones-Drew.
No, she got the Fred Taylor, man.
Yeah, I was about to say she got the old Fred. Well, that makes sense. The Taylor. That makes sense.
And then her boyfriend, I think he's wearing this Eagles jersey.
Oh man.
He grew up in Philly. He also grew up in Chicago. So he likes both the Phillies and the Bears. But of course, the Bears aren't really anything to root for, and that's probably not the jersey to wear in Green Bay. So
yeah. Nah, I'll skip that one.
Yeah.
No, but don't do that.
So that's the plan. We all show up in our team's gear, and
a lot of people do that. So I mean, I see that on Sundays in Indianapolis all the time. People come to the game and they let people know, hey, I'm not really here for the Colts. This is my squad. So,
but that's to be expected. We're not getting into that.
No, we're going to talk about fandom another time. But until next time, I'm Reg.
I'm Rob.
And that was the show.